There we go. There's the Wii remote. Welcome back, everybody. TV only, please. So, if you were to ask anybody from, like, the stream chat, I think they would tell you that they are dreading what's about to come. But if you were to ask me, I'm actually really looking forward to it. I don't know how many of you guys were here for this, but a while back in the bad mic days, back in the dark ages. Well, dark ages is, like, for sight, so whatever the equivalent of the Dark Ages is for sound, like sonically, well, I guess the Dark Ages sonically would be Sonic and the Black Knight. Look at this fucking icon! Look at the fucking stretched Spyro JPEG! How did they get away with that? Even this is kind of like stretched out. What happened? This is very indicative of the kind of game we're about to play. So, if you did not know, they rebooted Spyro in, like, the GameCube era with, like, Elijah Wood and Danny Oldman, is that his name? There are 2 dots. And the Wii is making some weird-ass chugging noises. Okay, that's what it means when it loads. Okay. So I streamed the first game in this 3-game reboot saga way back in the Bad Mike era. And I've always wanted to do the sequel. That's kind of something that I've had on the back burner. Very excited for it. But I'm sitting here with, like, a clear library with, like, nothing in my stream schedule. And, like, thought, hey, why didn't I think of this sooner, you know? And also, it's from Sierra Entertainment. Can you fucking believe that? Aw, get ready for a lot of these fucking monkeys again. Monkey. When you said you wouldn't play Pac-Man World 3 out of spite, I didn't think you'd play another one of these when they're basically the same thing. Listen, you guys haven't seen the in-depth story, okay? You guys don't get it. Listen to this fucking music. I love how bizarre the tone is in these games. Yeah, create save data. That's what we're in for. Buckle up for nothing but that. How did the last game end? I'm sure this game will, like, remind me. Hi, I'm Elijah Wood. You're probably wondering how I got here. Listen, I don't own a copy of Pac-Man World 3. For me, this is easier to stream. Yeah, I'm like, so if you're a member of chat, you're probably gonna dread this, and it's just dead ass. Yeah, I'm dreading it. Okay, we got a FMV, we got a storybook cutscene. When did this release? Let me look at my box here. This is actually one of the only Wii games I know of that has, like, a black spine. And then it has, like, the gray Wii logo on it. It actually does not look very good, but I'll give it a look. This is an interesting aesthetic to lead with, because I remember the pre-rendered cutscene in the first game was much nicer looking than this. Okay, here we go. I don't know why to even bother with the storybook one. There were some voices earlier. Are there going to be subtitles, or do I have to turn those on? Yo, this is how the last game ended. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty dope. It says copyright 2006. This was like a Wii launch title-ish?
She is just like me.
Starring Elijah Wood. I might just make that the thumbnail. Oh my god, yeah! And they replaced David Spade with Billy West.
What? Save the beast that's been trying to kill us?
Yeah, that wasn't her fault.
Okay, thanks, Fry. Oh, Kevin Michael Richardson. For a second, I thought they meant Michael Richards. Have we talked about the cooking mama thing? We haven't, but I'd love to. We'll take a second to let this do its thing. Gary Oldman, not Danny Oldman. Honestly, with how much of, like, a cast they have here, it really feels like they were fucking embezzling money or something. Because it really feels like half the budget went to the voice actors. Wow, this literally looks like the GameCube graphics.
Hey, Spyro, some night, huh?
These are like the exact assets.
What is it you want, Sparks?
Huh. Why do I have to want something? I'm just ready to begin the best day ever now that the evil psycho she-dragon is gone.
What? Cinder? What do you mean, Sparks?
Whoa, calm down, big fella. Gosh, you're awfully tense. Haven't been sleeping much? You should listen to Voltaire tell one of his stories. That'll put anyone to sleep.
Sparks, what
This is
happened?
coming back to me now.
Okay, you ready?
Why does Spyro look like his face got hit with a shovel? Well, I think we all wish we looked like that.
About. Lo and behold, there she was, sneaking out into the garden.
The door noise is so fucking loud.
She gives me the creeps, dude. Hear my teeth?
Come on, we have to find her. It's dangerous for her to be outside the temple at night.
Wasn't David Spade really horny in the first game? I think I remember that.
Ignitus said
Were there always like planets in the sky?
Because you're weak.
No time to argue, come on.
You'd be helpless without me. I better come with you.
This is weird. This is weird. It's been so long. I don't even remember when the original playthrough was. I'm trying to find the pause button. Apparently it's 1. I just want to turn on subtitles first things first, because as a streamer, that's going to be pretty important. I know Chad is very passionate about the plot of these games. But from what I remember, 2 gets even weirder than 1. I am immediately filled with seething anger by looking at this game. No idea why. It's so interesting to see chat's reactions to like this particular like saga of reboots, because there's a third one after this where they completely change up the graphical style. It's literally the same pause menu. Yeah, I mean, this room that we're in right now, this is the training room from the first game as well, so definitely a lot of similar assets for sure. But I think this is the kind of era where there were a lot of games that did that could get away with asset reuse. None that I played, but I knew it was a thing. There's like an interesting dithering effect on Sparks's like glowing texture. Feathers. What do feathers do? Oh, this must have fallen off of Cinder because she has feathers. I'm sorry, an enchanted scriber's quill. Collect more to unlock new pictures. Oh hell yeah, in the art gallery. Wow. There is an interesting like amount of jankiness that I'm noticing, like in particular with this one right off the bat though. Just like that feather cutscene where you couldn't advance it and just like rotated and then stopped and then just kind of glided back down with no like smooth tweens in between.
Quiet. We mustn't wake them.
What? I can't hear you over all this snoring.
Oh, Billy West. I feel worse for Billy West than I do for David Spade for being in this game. Why the fuck is it always the blue dragon whose eyes are like... none of their eyes are closed! They're supposed to be sleeping! We're like a minute into this game, and how many times have we heard this same door sound every single time? I don't know where we are now. I think this is like a newly modeled area. I don't think we saw the dragon bedroom earlier. Press B, or I'm gonna swing the remote. Get him fucking... Yeah. Oh yeah, I got some anger in me that I gotta get out of me. Swing the Wii remote upwards. Oh no, some of these are... Okay, it's wrist strap time. I had it like loosely on, but I didn't like click the little clasp. Okay, and then I gotta... Oh boy. Hold on, I have to make sure that my headphone cable isn't in the way, because otherwise I'm gonna like tear my entire setup off of my desk. So if I put my arm under that and then put the wrist strap back on, then I should... Okay, so then I... I didn't expect this. This is gonna be active. This is gonna be active. I'm sure there's like classic controller support, but I don't have one of those, so it's too late for that. Okay, so swing the remote upwards and then press A, and then swing it left and right. So what's... I mean, you guys can't really get a sense of this, but what do you guys think is better? The waggling in Sonic Colors or the waggling in this game? The Reignited trilogy was good. Everything after the original trilogy was bad. I think... I hear Year of the Dragonfly is even worse than these. I mean, again, I grew up with these, so I never had an original... I never... Like, I liked Spyro. I liked these games and I liked the character. But I never had the original Spyro games to, like, compare them to. I would eventually still like to do the Reignited trilogy, but that would require being able to spend on it. I don't know. So far, all of, like, the weird janky things about this game are, like, things that I find endearing. Like, I know it's, like, cheap and, like, lazy or whatever, but, like, I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, so lift it up, jump, and then... Guys, wait. This feels good. You can also press B to do that. Can I hold it to run around? No. God, the Wii console. I might have to, like, move my Wii U further away. The disc drive is chugging so hard.
That's good enough for me. Let's go. See ya.
Please, don't make this harder for me than it already is.
God, Baby Cinder looks so janky.
I'm leaving, Spyro. I don't belong here. After all I've done, all I've put you through, I can't stay.
Cinder, nobody blames you for what happened.
Huh, I do. Speak for yourself.
Sparks.
No, Sparks is...
Year of the Dragon and Enter the Dragonfly are different games. Oh, okay.
Spyro.
Well, you know which one I mean, though. I think Enter the Dragonfly is the one that was after,
Cinder.
Insomniac?
I don't want you to go.
Goodbye.
Or Naughty Dog? Which one is the developer of that one? Naughty Dog was Crash Bandicoot. I think Insomniac was Spyro. I always think they're the same studio.
Finally get some sleep around here. I've been
Wow, her voice is so prominent.
Weeks now. Alternating eyes, of course. It lessens the strain, but I tell you, it's taking a toll. Hey, was this twitch always there? Spyro? You okay, buddy? Hey, what I didn't mean now.
Oh, that's a big mood. Guys, I think this game is great. What are you guys talking about? This game is awesome. I think we're gonna be in for a good one, boys. It's gonna be a good one. Year of the Dragon was the third of the original trilogy and the last Insomniac one. Okay, so then Enter the Dragonfly. Right, okay. God, I wish that were me. Look at the jiggle physics on his nose when he did that. Listen, when you say Spyro looks like he got hit by a shovel, always remember, please remember,
Is anyone there?
Skylander's dragon exists, so it could always be worse.
Who are you? What is this place?
I have summoned you here so that you might be warned. The celestial moons are counting down, and time is running out.
Enter the Dragonfly was from some studios called Check 6 Studios and Equinox Digital Entertainment.
Make it stop!
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm in slow motion too. Hi guys, welcome back to another Night of Spyro.
How did that happen?
The purple
I do
dragon
not
has
have to
reached
remember
many
that Skylander's
benefits
Spyro
of this
exists. You can't make me.
including time.
This Spyro is almost just as... Take that back. I think this is like...
And you will be able to see
different but okay looking.
before they
If anything, I find the fact that the quote-unquote real Spyro has big rectangular eyebrows, I think that fucks with me.
Manipulation of time is not to be done without the uttermost care.
Press minus to start or stop Dragon Time. The blue hourglass bar will show how much Dragon Time you have left. It's a cool skybox, though. I would love to see, I don't know what, like, if there's any, like, community for these kinds of games, but, like, are there, like, speedrunners? Are there people who are very knowledgeable about these ones?
I think
This one looks fucked up in ways I find hard to describe. I really think it is, like, the facial profile, because without the eyebrows, other people view the eyebrows as iconic. Like, they expect that from Spyro, but again, because I never grew up with those, I grew up with these, I never had that expectation, but to see those gone, I think is probably what a lot of people, dislike about it, if I had to guess. Yeah, I went a little too early last time. I fell for hours!
I've got to remember
that was a
my
long
training.
time. Where's Spyro's magic balloon? Did I have to, like, wait for it? Oh, shit. Okay, so it refills. I think I'm fine. I just gotta take my time.
Look out!
Skylander's Spyro looks weird, and not Spyro, I guess, but it's, like, at least got a I don't know what you're talking... Are we defending Skylanders tonight? Yeah, look, I have to, like, wait a few times. Wait for it to go around a few times before I have, like... the mileage here. There we go. Skylander's Spyro looks like a disgusting evil gremlin. He does not look cute. I mean, hey, if they want to make him the kind of character that takes a photo of his asshole with somebody else's cell phone camera and then sends it to people, then yeah, I guess that's the visual design. Skylander's Spyro certainly looks like the kind of character that would pull shit like that, but I don't know if that's, like, you know, this Spyro. Would this Spyro take pictures of his asshole? Of course not. Oh boy, what's going on with this thing now? It's a little bit too far away. I think judging the depth might be a little bit odd. It is curious... Oh, have I always had a double jump? I think it's curious to think about... Oh boy, this is disorienting. And there's... Can I adjust the camera at all? That's what the D-pad is for. Okay, gotcha. It is interesting to think about how... how this reboot series, like, at least sold enough to get 3 installments.
Let's do
so, not saying that's because it's good, but worth thinking about. Also, I can't turn around. Boy, it's a good thing there's no live system. Griffin, have you played the good Spyros? This is what I've been talking about.
Ready?
No, these are the ones that I grew up with. Okay. I was gonna bail on that one, but I guess if you can't, like, turn around once you initiate flight, you know, why not commit, even if it's to the wrong choice? Because you might just be surprised. That is so upsetting. I know! I was not a PlayStation kid. I grew up with GameCube, and that was it. That's why I had to go over to my friend Mitchell's to play with their copy of Pac-Man World 2 on the PlayStation 2. See, Paramox has also never played a Spyro game. Yeah, I guess it was just born in the wrong... Whoa, generation! I'm getting the hell out of here. Listen, like, nothing bad has even happened yet. You guys don't have to be that mean, even if I'm in agreement with you guys. Like, I find this, like, endearingly bad. I just played Spyro 2 and 3 via the Reignited trilogy for the first time ever this year, and they kicked ass. Genuinely inspiring platformer material. You don't like this? This is more like Elements of Robloxia. Inspiring material.
for some time now.
Nobody's gonna know what that means.
Right now, your powers lay dormant within you. Let's see if we might not awaken them.
Not playing any is better than only playing these? Is that so? I see, I think that gives the both of us interesting perspectives, though.
Fire that flows
This Spyro looks sick.
to consume you. And breathe in it. Now, rise up. And release the fire.
Because it's not like I'm, like, that passionate about these, where I'm gonna, like, mindlessly defend them, even when they do stupid things. I just, like, have the perspective of remembering this, and, like, being a bit more knowledgeable about this trilogy of games. than chat is, and so I hope both of us can kind of have an interesting experience, an interesting dialogue with one another about a fucking purple dragon. I prefer Block C2E. That's a classic. I've reawakened the fire element. Oh, I'm on fire. Mama, who? I hate how their legs are so fucking small. What's wrong with Spyro's legs? This D-pad camera control is gonna take a bit to get used to. Holy, a weird mode is gonna take a bit to get used to, actually. Look at him. Look at his idle animation. That's cute. It's cute enough. Listen, if you guys miss the classic Spyro elements, oh god, you guys are really gonna like the third Spyro game in this trilogy. Griffin, this Spyro design sucks. I think he's okay. Tyler, you're getting here just now, but I will repeat what I said before, that I think if you have no expectations of what Spyro is supposed to look like, then this one is fine. Because I think the quote-unquote real one looks weird to me. To toast your foes. You know what they say. All dragons. These ones are like designed to look like stone though, so the plausibility of them like lighting on fire is a bit lost on me. Guys, you guys need to remember the fucking randomly generated names for all the enemies. You guys don't like Ricciardi the Rancid? Come on now. See, I don't know about defending the game, but I will defend this design because I think he's cute enough. Yeah, mid-air turning is like real bad, I find. Press Z to use Spyro's Comet Dash attack and charge through enemies for massive damage. Holy moly, that is massive damage. And I'll bonk him. Oh, you can only use this to attack. Okay, I get it. I think what we can all agree on, though, is that maybe the combat elements shouldn't have been so intensely focused on, because it does make up a large percentage of the gameplay. I don't know if that holds up. All I fucking remember about this game is that, you know, where the Wii was in my childhood home, that was also like the computer room, and so my brother would hang out there and get songs on LimeWire, and he would listen to Eminem just like on the speakers aloud. So I very closely associate playing specifically Spyro the Eternal Night with Eminem music. I'm sorry, what was the tip? Oh, I have to light these. I figured out what this reminds me of. Spyro dies. Real. Griffin, I'm pretty sure his neck is as long as his... Well, he's a lizard! He's a little bit of a snake fella. I think it would be weirder if Spyro didn't have a neck, guys. Is this the end? Holy shit, I love those sound effects. This looks like that one kid from Big Mouth if he had a dragon persona. This is like being a Mario fan, but only ever having played Mario Teaches Typing. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think you would miss out on anything. You know, I think where the Mario series really peaked is when Mario stole that typewriter from a Koopa and then beat the shit out of him and threw him into a river. Yeah, I remember these. I'm almost like, just for a second there, I instinctually wanted to point the Wii Remote, like, at the screen to, like, start collecting star bits. These are good. Those are XP. I mean, I wasn't reading, so I feel proud for remembering that, but that information was also just on screen. Nice slopes in this game. What was up with this era of combat-focused platformers? I guess that's what being mature looks like. And I guess people thought that, like, just platforming was boring. Okay, I gotta swing your remote and nunchuck upwards to unleash your fire fury. I'm unleashing the fury! Oh, I have to charge the gauge. And then so that's how I use my special. So all these guys are dropping it, and I have to just do it normally a few times, and then I get real mad. Caillou was very upset. So then I do this, and then it does the trailer shot. Spyro does his Chaos Blast. Jesus Christ. It's so over the top. I always figured it was the easiest way to pad a game while disguising it as edgy. Was that where I was toasting earlier? Oh, definitely it has huge padding potential. Sonic Boom. Probably because once you made one, it was cheaper to produce more with some reuse. I'm trying to like make the camera go closer to Spyro. I think if I position it against this wall and then walk towards the wall. This is like a flat wall. I think I'll have better odds with this. Or not. I'm still just really offended about the claim that he looks like a Big Mouth character, because I don't like that. I don't agree with it. Griffin, you are going to look like the dick flattening meme when you're 30 hours into this game and you're still fighting the same 3 enemy types. I don't think it's that long. The last Spyro game that I did was, what, 4 streams? So I would assume that this one's the same.
Done well. But now, it is time for you to return. But
I want somebody to look up the voice credit for the person who voices this. I don't know if this is like another big get for them, but I want to know what else they've been in either way.
you shall know me as the Chronicler. Seek me.
Because it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Griffin, just look at his face and shrink his eyes. Same character. Well, I tried, but I hit a cutscene wall. Do you hear my Wii going off right now? Jesus Christ. It sounds like a printer. God, hard drives and disk drives. And Spyro's still just fucking dead.
Hello. Anyone home?
And Billy West has been
Hello?
practicing his B-rate material on him all this time. Was Sparks ever cute, or did he always have a human face? Like a Will Smith fish face?
Something is happening, Sparks. I can't explain it.
No kidding. While you were catatonic, this whole place has been hooting and howling. Listen.
What the fuck did they do to Sparks? Yeah, if you're getting here just now, Tyler, he was voiced by David Spade in the previous game, and now he's voiced by Billy West because they can't afford David Spade anymore. Spyro be printing facts. Oh, I remember these guys. These are the ones who make very loud screaming noises. I think the voice is Martin Jarvis.
The temple is under attack. The others are still sleeping. We need to get back.
Are you crazy? Do you want to run towards the danger?
We're going to have to find another way.
I remember the Wii one being like really dark and edgy and serious. Like you think this is, I don't know if I would use bad as the descriptive term, but if there are elements that you dislike about Spyro, this particular reboot, the third one just, it goes fucking batshit. I'm so upset. Please play the Reignited trilogy after this. I'm not... Tyler, we're in a pandemic. I'm not going to be spending money on Spyro games. Especially when I already have these, where Billy West can be doing fucking monkey noises. This makes me want to play Reignited, honestly. It's so interesting. Oh, Spyro's fucking pissed. This is not like the first game in this trilogy that I've done, and I feel like people are angrier now than they were then. You guys don't like the Vile Sailor? This is a torment. Guys, Goober. Come on, guys, this game's got Goober. You don't like Goober? Thank you. Uh-oh, it's El Rebo Snake Cutter. boy, there's no targeting system, huh, regarding the camera. You just gotta find them in 3D space all your own. I don't like that they make sad puppy noises. I appreciate that there's new enemies. I was expecting them to be reusing more content, which is what they're doing. Well, you know what? Sure, lead with new enemies. Why not? Wiggle your control stick or use Spyro's flame breath to break out of ice. Oh, okay. And buckle up now for what is going to be 80% of the rest of the game. The weird part with things like this is that I can never tell whether or not I'm in an area where enemies are endlessly spawning and I just need to get through them and move on, or if it's a section where I just need to like beat all the enemies to make like the next event trigger. I don't think there's ever a situation where it does throw endless enemies at you, but sometimes it really does feel a bit excessive. This, I mean, as far as waves go, this is the last one of this wave. I just don't know if this is like the last wave. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm gonna be honest, I just zoned out for 99% of it. I lost all brain function during the first game's streams after the one screaming bit. Honestly, like, there are a lot of funny moments, intentional or not, from that Spyro game. I don't see the problem here. I really don't. Yeah, I remember these. You have to push them, but you don't, like, lock to them. So you can, like, drift out. They seem to have fixed that in this one, though. It's easier to do it now. So, what, there's 3 of them? I'm not sure if the symbol, ow, or as Elijah Wood would put it, ah! I don't see a third switch, so I'm going to assume 2. Maybe there's a switch in one of the rooms. Okay, it's a little possible to drift out of the way.
Hey, look at this.
That is number 2. Number 2. I keep expecting there to be a button to, like, just endlessly charge forwards, but it's not there, and I find myself missing it deeply. Is there a... No, there's not a third one here either. Maybe I do need to... Hold on. I would like this, please. But maybe the third one's, like, up on that platform that I'm trying to get to. Griffin, I will buy you Reignited, no questions asked. Tyler, I don't like it when friends promise me to, like, get me things. Not because, like, I don't think that they'll be able to follow up on it, but, like... I don't know, Tyler, that's a lot. Oh, just standing on this is what counts for the third one. Alright, okay, it shows. Oh, I gotta use my dragon time. Probably gonna quote you on, I don't see the problem here, more than once. I don't see the problem here. It's just okay right now, and that's all it needs to be right now, because this is a tutorial, and things will happen. You also have to remember that the stakes really didn't start climbing until, like... I just thought of, like, all the places you went to. I thought of Dante's freezer. I thought of the jungle level. I thought of the fire level. Like, the first one really only had kind of a crazy ending. I think the first, like, area once you leave this place is, like, jungle themed. I mean, not to spoil the whole game. I don't know. I recall the story being, like, definitely a lot more going on in this one. He's a dead.
See that coming.
Next bit. So I can't imagine I follow them, do I? Or do I go around? Yeah, I go around. Okay. I can genuinely hear, like, the fucking Eminem music in my head right now. I would love to know what some of the people, not like where the studio who worked on this game is now, because I think, without a doubt, they're shut down, right? But just where some of, like, the people are, you know? I swear to God, if I hear that door noise one more time, I'm going to lose it. Oh, I think I've got bad news for you, It's because there's a door here, and I have to open it. I'm so sorry. Listen, I feel like the opening of this so far has been like a smoother start than the first game was, honestly. Because I think the first one was like a lot more tutorial heavy. And so far I haven't had those forced down my throat as much. There was that like whole like dream sequence, but that felt like more natural to me. Like you weren't locked in a room and it's like, okay, there was like 10 dummies, use this move on them. Now here's another 10 dummies, use this move on that. Like you're kind of progressing, you're using the abilities and platforming and combat situations, and so it's still a tutorial, but it doesn't feel as tedious as the first one did. I always remember hating the first one's tutorial. Oh, good wiggling graphics in this game. Oh, we got brown arm, green moss. Okay, I remember this. So there's like some new bits that they've added with like the motion controls based on like the directions that you go. Do I have to ground pound? I don't think I have a ground pound. All I know is this. You know what though? I bet if I jump in the air and swing the Wii remote down. No, that doesn't do it. If I swing both down. No, I'm out of ideas. Okay, I guess I have no ground pound. I'm sure that's something that I get later though. Like, I can vividly hear the ground pound sound from the first game in my head. And considering that this is literally just the first game, but with different assets for the levels, I can't imagine why that wouldn't be here at some point. Spyro's gotta re-remember all of his powers. Oh, 100 bits. Thank you, Paramox. I kid you not, he turned himself into toast. Fuck, I should have donated. Well, you don't have to. I mean, okay. That's entirely my fault, by the way. Max suggested that... Is this endless? I guess so. Max suggested that during Galaxy Gallery last night, but I really don't mind either way. Oh, I gotta go for the snail rider himself. Right. Because donations or bits, like, I don't make a substantial amount of anything from these streams, so it's never like something that I feel like I urgently need, because it's like, oh no, I gotta get like this 5 cents to me right away, you know? Like, it's fine. I don't mind waiting for the Twitch threshold. Door creak, dot wave.
How's that?
Also, I almost died. I was about to say that I liked the wavy water ripples in this game, but as soon as I opened my mouth, I'm on dry land again. I don't know, personally, it's why the door sound has to infuriate you so. I mean, sure, we've been hearing it a lot, but don't you have to like knock a guy into the wall? No, you just break it normally. But it's not like a bad sound. Just a stock sound that you're familiar with. Spyro, you gotta go. Okay, I'm really hurting for health here. There we go, that's a little bit better. I bet I could use like the dragon time during combat too. At which point it really becomes witch time. Oh my fucking god, Tyler! 5,000 bits? Play reignited. No. Nobody told me that I have to in exchange for that. I'm committing to this. I don't care what you guys say. I think this game is gonna take us to some interesting places. And you guys just don't want to like it. Like, I know they're not that good, but you guys are like... I think if this was the real Spyro, if you had to look at this dragon in the eyes and say mean things, I don't think you would do the same. I think you guys are like cyberbullies at the schools. Play reignited at some point. Play reignited at some point. God, when was the last time? I don't think I've gotten 50 bits in 2 years. Tyler, that's so much. Can you, like, get refunds? I feel bad. I feel bad. See, the trick is to the trick is to do it when I'm offline, so I don't get to say no. Oh, I love it. I love it. They try to be expressive, and I appreciate it. But I find myself enjoying those moments for perhaps the wrong reasons, you might say. So, this is a very stupid question to ask, because I know nobody's gonna, like, know the... Oh, this guy's an elephant, actually. I thought he was a monkey. Also, there's no reason to be using this. Oh no, I'm dead! But are these, like... Yeah, okay, I get it. Is it minus? Is it 1? Do I have to watch the cutscenes every time? No, you just press A. Gotcha. Could have used the health, though, I guess, so... No, but in the first Spyro game, the way these guys worked was that the enemy types were all the same, but they would always wear different costumes when you go to, like, a new area. Are the costumes these guys are wearing reused from the first one, or did they make, like, all new costumes for the second one? Oh, there's, like, health here. I didn't even notice. That's good to have. Fucking bone cat looking ass. Also, the quarantine sucks, and I'm happy to support the stream, so please take bits. Ah. Well, that's very kind of you, Tyler. Thank you, I guess. I like how he just clipped through the door on the way in. I mean, we've all been there, you know? Listen, if you don't want to hear the door opening sound effect, there's only one other way around this. Oh boy, I really gotta get used to these D-pad camera controls. Poor Itz. By the time we get to this end of the playthrough, he's gonna go fucking insane if he's already, like, this angry at Spyro. Like, this early into the game. I mean, during the cutscene when the enemy walked in? Well, yeah, they would have had to make the door opening sound as well. What is our level up thing looking like at the time, anyways? Well, the UI for this is a little bit different. Yeah, okay. This is all we can put it towards, so we'll stick to that. Eh. I'm already feral. Okay, so we're in the gameplay now. Femi, you said you wanted to talk about Cooking Mama. Let's talk Cooking Mama. What do you want to talk about? I know that there's been, like, a lot of, like, drama with it, but what's, like, the actual situation here? I was about to look for a map screen. God. Sorry, Griffin, it's too late. You're not getting a map screen. You're on your own, pal. Alright, Femi just said, okay, so, in chat. I'm ready. Okay, so, basically, I'm Monkey. Press AA to double jump, then swing the remote downwards to perform a tail strike. So this is, I assume, the ground pound I'm thinking of. Bringo. Cryptocurrency mining, overheating.
Look out, world.
Jarvis Wildbeard. Alright, these guys, like, fall on their backs, and I assume that this is the point with which you would do your ground pound. Oh, they just get fucking flattened! Guys, that's really satisfying to do. Hey, oh. Yeah. It's like cartoony, but it feels very violent and visceral. I feel like a real 7-year-old badass. Actually, I'm sorry. This game is rated E10+. Let me take a look at the back of the box for what? Let's see what's inappropriate about this game. Cartoon violence and comic mischief. That's worthy of an E10 plus. Shadow the Hedgehog with E10 plus. I thought there were like guns and swearing in Spyro or something, and I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure Gary Oldman definitely says fuck at some point. Oh, I gotta wiggle. I gotta wiggle. The Frozen animation looks so janky, but I wouldn't have it any other way, you know? You gotta, as I was saying, gotta go. Yeah, I knew there was a Cooking Mama game coming to the Switch, and one of the features that they mentioned was that it was gonna have, like, not cryptocurrency, but, like, blockchain technology or something like that. But I guess it came out recently, finally, and now people are talking about it now that it's out. It's called Cooking Mama Cookstar. Okay, there's more to the story that people are already putting in chat, but I'll come back to it after I have a chance to flatten these guys. This is what I would love to do to the tarantulas in New Horizons. This is like retribution. Oh, that's weird. If you're like on top of a surface that like you do the sliding off of animation for long enough, it just like makes you go oof. Also, the swing downwards motion I'm finding is very inconsistent to perform, so buckle up for a lot of that. Can I like slam them from a... Let me use my witch time. That should make this easier. Never mind. Now I'm just getting my ass kicked in slow motion. That's the only difference here. I also have that Z charge thing that I can be using as well. That's maybe worth doing. Yeah, it has to be like a very deliberate swing downwards. I keep trying to like flick the Wii Remote down, and that doesn't seem to be like enough of a deliberate gesture to make it happen. And I don't really have the space to be doing those big swings, but I guess if I readjust myself a little bit, I should probably be able to do it more consistently. See, I'll tell you what, I bet I'll be able to play this game with my arms folded, no problem. Okay, so recently a Cooking Mama game released on the Nintendo Switch called Cooking Mama Cookstar, if I recall correctly. When people played it, they noticed their batteries dying super fast and the Switch overheating over the course of like half an hour. Turns out the game was published by a company that has no connection to the actual Cooking Mama publishers. It also happens to be owned by the remaining Koch brother? Oh, well, okay, well, that's what Femi says. Tyler says, the cryptocurrency thing was false, but there was hastily removed DRM software in the game that caused the battery draining / overheating. The reason it was causing overheating was because it had blockchain-based DRM. And more importantly, Cooking Mama does the Gangnam Style. I did see that, and it's like a fucking royalty-free Gangnam Style animation. I sent that to you, Tyler, on Discord earlier today, and I would show it, but I think it is a Twitter GIF, so I can't just plop it into OBS, and it would be a whole hassle. Toad Weed. Oh, they're all named Toad Weed. You okay? No, they're still. Do we need to do an upswing? There we go. Die. Toad Weed indeed. What's this icky sticky? No, boys, don't touch that stuff. Bup Crack. Now that's a reference that I know Max would really appreciate, because they're a big N64 Toad head. If it's not an incarnation of Toad that goes, oh, whoa, 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 then Max is not interested. Yo, Forest Shrub Willow is looking kinda thicket. You really gotta, you double jump, and then you really just slam it. Like, it's very violent. I keep thinking that I'm, like, doing enough, but it's like, no, more. Okay, this room definitely feels reused from the first Spyro. I recall this, I feel like. I feel like I recall this. Okay, sure. Listen, if Spyro can fall over for no goddamn reason, so can that pillar. God, I can't believe that that's how the game opens. Like, in, like, the first few minutes, Spyro just fucking collapses in, like, 2 frames. See, now, with the motion controls, you can be the Thwomp. Maybe it's rated E10 because you send spider blood fucking everywhere. Now that's icky paint-like goop. Oh, boy. So we gotta uppercut all these guys? Imagine doing this to the real Toad. You know? Like committing these violent acts upon him. How would you feel? Would you be able to do it? Kinda fucked up. A lot of the time, I get, when I start doing, like, the aerials, the camera starts, like, rotating, kind of, like, of its own accord. I think it's trying to be, like, cinematic, but I find myself getting very turned around by it. And there's definitely not an option for that. I can't imagine there would be for something that minute. But it is interesting to note. So, like, not on this guy. Like, I was doing aerial attacks and the camera was just doing, like, the usual, like, gentle auto-follow that it usually does. But when, like, I knock an enemy up into the air and then I'm, like, comboing it, then it gets, like, it really wants that trailer shot. Monkey. What, is it through a fucking flash grenade? Why did it do that? Did you guys see Koopa running 2? Did Pan and Koic put out a new video? No, I don't think I did if Pan and Koic put out a new video. I would love to see it, though. He's, like, my favorite. Isn't, like, his Mario 64 challenge where he's giving away thousands of dollars, like, almost over? Because I know that's, I think, still going. I think he, like, gave people a year. Do you think some of the... Look at this little creature. Look at this little guy. I like this game. But do you think some of the techniques that you have to use in that custom stage that he made involve PUs? Kind of fucked up if it did. Yeah, like any run of it is like mandatory. You have to spend 12 hours building up speed. I think it ends in 2021. Ah. I gotta break this door? Gotta breathe fire on it? I bet there's something else I have to breathe fire on. The real question is, where? Oh, Sparks is showing me. I go down here. I saw like 2 different torches and kind of like split the difference mentally and just like kind of flew between them directly into the gap. I tried to jump the chasm and it did not end well. The camera really does not want to turn any more left than this. If I spin it this way, do I get any better luck? Okay. I was saying before that the camera was pretty okay. In tight spaces like this, it is not very friendly. I mean, that looked like all of them, but there wasn't... There it is. The door opening sound. I feel like I'm being, like, mentally conditioned or something. But no, but is Koopa Free Running 2 or Koopa Running 2 a new video, or are we just talking general Pan and Koic? I've always really liked the one that he does, fuck, what is it? In Dire Docks, it's the one where I think he uses the cannon to shoot to, like, the pillar that has the star on it. seeing his solution to that one is fucking incredible. Again, I won't show. I've actually been thinking about doing Mario 64 for like a while. I've had an appetite for it, but I think I'll wait till like June and see what the plans are, because there is rumors about something along the lines of that, and I want to see where that goes first before I get definitive editioned again, like I did with Xenoblade Chronicles. Hey, here's an idea. I'm gonna burn you. It burns. No, nothing. No dice? Close enough. Yeah, he put out a new video uncommentated? Holy moly, okay, well now I gotta see this. We'll know then, I have not seen that. I can't wait though, Panda videos are always a treat. What about N64 Online, coming probably this September? Then I don't know. Then I'll do the original Paper Mario, if I have the opportunity, because that's another like long time thing that I've wanted to do. And you may say, but Griffin, get it on the Wii U Virtual Console. You don't want to see it on the Wii U Virtual Console, because for some ungodly reason, the team that's responsible for doing Virtual Console, or at least was at the time, decided to put a darkening filter, like, just take a black screen and then turn it to like 10% opacity just to like dim the colors of the games, and it looks so bad, and there's no way to turn it off. And and that's like with all of the things, you know, with NES, SNES, N64, all the games that a darkening filter put on them. Imagine paying money for that kind of picture quality. But the ones on Switch Virtual Console or Switch Online don't do that anymore. So if there is any N64 games that I want to do, I would rather wait until like a Switch Online solution comes along than playing the darkened versions. Because listen, my stream's already botched the image quality enough as it is. But Griffin, get it on the Wii U Virtual Console. Well, I guess you may say it. Maybe that's why this game is rated E10. There's just senseless violence. What are you talking? There's this really fun free Switch racing game, and the graphics are... I don't know what you mean by this, why you say this. I remember these! No, I remember how this works now. I don't think I'm in the mood for racing games in particular at the moment. I don't know. I really am a Mario Kart kind of guy. I don't know. I really do feel like that's the only one that I can get into. Like, not even other mascot racers. I mean, people say really good things about the Sonic one. I have zero interest in, like, the Crash one. I think I've been sated. Uh-oh. Oh, did I say Team Sonic Racing? I meant the All-Stars one. Like, Transformed? I don't actually know if Team Sonic Racing is any good. I heard that people said it was slow. But you know what else I heard? This soundtrack for that game. God, I miss Jun Tsunoe. It's so weird, because this isn't like the first time he's in like a big comeback. Because he did like Sonic 4, but you know, Sonic 4 sucked, and Team Sonic... So like, what happened? Just let me, please. Did that work? No. Okay. It's easier when there's one. It's easier when there's one. It's fine. Just wiggle your way to the gems and you'll be all just fine. And Spyro definitely won't get mauled alive like the monkey. Oh, there are more. There's like one like off screen on like a ledge or something like that. I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Did the gems all go down there? Some of them. Jesus, there's like one all the way back there. Oh no, maybe I'll just chill down. Okay, never mind. I love the fucking wiggling animation. That is to say, the fact that there isn't one. Team Sonic Racing is a very okay game. I think Spyro walking on 2 legs before he dies is one of the most cursed things so far. Well, I hate to break it to you, that's something he did in the first game as well. Why, though? He's not walking, he's like a little puppy. Oh, but the enemies are still... You know, I can just fucking walk right by them. Who cares? I don't. Chad certainly doesn't. Maybe if I take care of you first, then everything will be okay. Brown arm honey maple. If I saw that thing in my living room, I would stop it until it was nothing more than a small brown stain on the carpet. Spyro live action, no CGI movie. What do you mean by this? Hey, remember when Sony said that they were going to make, not a Jak and Daxter, a Ratchet and Clank movie? Did that ever happen? What happened with that? Was it any good? And I don't have any attachment to that series either, but I do recall, I think like a demo for like one of the PS3 games, and I played it a lot because we didn't fucking have any PS3 games. It came out? Okay. And? Hey guys, speaking of coming out, and I do mean this as an entendre, and also as a genuine question. When is Promare coming out? I still don't know how to fucking say it. I don't know what it is, but I would if I heard anyone say the name. Oh, the fucking cannonballs, I remember this. But it rolls down the hill with realistic physics. Ratchet and Clank was pretty meh to me. Pretty much, so it was kind of nothing to write home about. I don't know, usually when you get video game franchise with a movie, it's, you know, like the Sonic movie, or the, like, you know, but they're in the real world. Just like complete fucking nonsense. For some reason, no games that have like an animated cartoon style ever tried doing like an animated film. Well, I guess you could say Klonoa did. Klonoa sure tried. It didn't do well enough for them to keep going forwards with the Sly Oh, that got canceled too? Okay, so it sucked then. But yeah, when's Promare coming out on digital? I'm not gonna mention any names because they're big NSFW, but I discovered an artist that I really like who really likes Promare, and they make good content. Oh my god! Oh, this is gonna be a lot of flashing, isn't it? Do you think they tried to like sneak in like the names of like developers into some of these monkey names? Because there's so many, like, you know, why wouldn't you? What happens if I ground pound this one? Okay, that happens. I tumble. I'm just gonna avoid these guys, I think. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna say fuck you to your dynamite, and say fuck you, and fuck the ketchup kids. But Griffin, Promare's already available. Just iTunes is April 1st? Who's got the other... Someone left? Someone is left. I don't know where it's coming from, though. Over here? Yeah, you. It looks like these are also on a timer, so I have to do them all in one row. Also, I really like that you call it Apple Video and not iTunes. Hey, I'll tell you what, speaking of Apple Video, now I know I've regularly been talking about some of like the series that are on Apple's actual streaming service, which is also not called Apple Video, but I digress. Maybe you don't need it on a timer, I guess I just never lit that first one originally. There have been some more new series that have come along, and I've got some thoughts on them. So there's two... April seems to be a big month, but the two that are coming out right now is Amazing Stories, which I may or may not have already talked about, but that's the Steven Spielberg one. That's the one from the people who brought you that tweet where he said that streaming services shouldn't win awards. Comes the streaming service from that same person. I don't know. It's like an anthology series about like, I don't know, fantastical things. Well, I mean, I would say that happened, but that makes it sound like ordinary things. No, they are amazing things, amazing stories. And that one really hasn't like sat well with me. Maybe not sat well isn't the right way to say it, but I don't think that's anything to write home about. I do think that there are like some phenomenal things on that service. I don't think it's one of them. That one feels like very boring to me. I will say though, it has a John Williams opening, and oh, it kicks ass. Why is this full motion video? Steven Spielberg? You mean the guy that did Ready Player One? Yeah, and even better movies, I would argue. I like that they have one punching noise. Get him, Gary! Go, Grandpa, go! Get his ass, Grandpa! Okay, he's back. Is one little monkey gonna take him down, or is he gonna run? Okay, he's fine. God, what a mood. Why did this need to be pre-rendered? Can the actual game not handle this many enemies on screen? I guess neither can Ignatius. I'm sorry, Ignitus.
Get down here, young dragon. We need your help.
Movie Ready Player One, Jesus Christ, is nothing like book Ready Player One. I remember in the early days of Audible sponsorship, where all the gamer YouTubers were highly recommending that book. I'm a gamer YouTuber, where's my sponsorship? The fucking bell chimes. Oh, that was so abrupt! Oh my god, this music! Think about the real people. The real people they recorded for this music. Where are they now? I think it would be interesting though to actually like look for composer credits and see what like that you know? This is gonna be fascinating to look into once you reach the end of this game. Spielberg was a pussy for not including the part where that one guy got pushed out of a huge skyscraper. Spielberg was a pussy for not including the intranet rumor that said Corrin from Fire Emblem was going to be in Ready Player One.
About preparing to die. The battery wants you to repair a pie. Yeah.
Assassin. Press, I don't know why I'm strafing, C to use Spyro's ranged fireball against flying enemies. Oh, the longer you hold the button down, the further it'll go. That's the crucial part that I was missing. What else is like this that I'm thinking of? I think the bombs in Mario Kart 8, in the battle mode, if you hold it longer, then it goes farther. In Bomb Blast. Yo, I'm about to blast. This is not how you skip cutscenes. You just have to mash A. You can like charge and move as well, so I don't know why I find this so difficult to just wiggle back and forth. This is what the ice has been training me for, really. Like, it doesn't slow you down or anything, it's fine. It's fine. The most unrealistic part of the movie, which I also haven't watched, is that 90% of the avatars in the Oasis weren't furries. Were there any? What was the percentage then?
You haven't seen the last of me!
I like this guy. I like Assassin.
I'm just gonna assume you said it was great meeting you and have a nice day, in which case we thank you.
Is everyone all right?
I like the zoom there. Also, I can't tell if I'm like having a stroke. No, the game is actually flashing magenta. And again, I will point out that this is running on native hardware.
No.
Like, this is being emulated. Apparently there was one in the background.
Just darkness.
Patient Zero.
Wait, Cinder, darkness, aren't they the same thing?
What's this?
I feel really bad for Billy West. It really sounds like he doesn't want to be here.
To focus. This is peculiar. I see you at the base of a great tree, amidst a lake of
But the furry did have giant tits, so that was pretty accurate.
I've seen that tree in my dreams. Only they usually feel more like nightmares.
young dragon. You've been keeping secrets
He's so angry.
in these dreams of yours.
I'm sorry, Ignitus. I thought they would go away, but they only get worse.
Relax, Spyro. Think.
I keep seeing a mountain draped in shadow, a face of stone beneath two moons, and darkness.
It's coming back to me. I remember this. Meanwhile, this dude's gone bug-eyed.
Am I the only one that thought that was weird?
There was another, but it was more like I was seeing into the past and the future all at once. And there was a voice calling himself the Chronicler. That's when I saw the tree.
Impossible.
Yeah, no kidding. There isn't even a storm.
A chronicler?
What? Don't encourage him.
I don't believe it either. I've not heard that name in ages. Nor has anyone. Well, there is no...
Can we talk about the book's author, though? Anybody else know about that guy? Anybody know who wrote this game?
Fascinating.
Because they're my hero.
Who is the Chronicler?
The Chronicler is an ancient dragon of immeasurable wisdom. Though I've only heard stories. In fact, I've had my doubts as to the legitimacy of the tales. Yet now, I am left to wonder.
As are we all. But if it is true, it is unsettling that the re-emergence of the Chronicler would coincide with an attack on the...
Oh my god.
Not to mention these other visions.
Sorry, I looked up Spyro Skylander's ass because I was going to flash the image on the screen.
Tales
I don't know what else I expected, but I will read, that the top result is Cinder porn videos on Pornhub.com.
Without any more doom.
I'm going to try Google Images here. You go bang GI, and then DuckDuckGo does it through that.
Of time, Ignitus.
Oh, no. I mean, there's a picture of Spyro's anus still. I didn't avoid that. But no, I found the image. I got what I wanted.
Many unexplained things.
We may not have time, Ignitus.
Yeah, I'm going to need to keep this one handy.
Moons are almost at an eclipse. This we know for certain. We must prepare for the worst. The night of eternal darkness draws nigh.
Hey, is there a fucking problem
I'm
here?
out of here.
Your instincts
I would say that like the disc is scratched or something, but the magenta flash happens like
This recent attack
like
is
I've
likely
only
to
ever
be
seen it like
damaged.
once. When the Wii U first boots into Wii mode and then it never does it. But this is like pretty regular. I hope this doesn't bother anybody.
Demise. Hate to be you. What? You guys need to lighten up.
Everybody in this game hates each other.
Terador is right. As uncertain as things
Boy, it's
are,
really...
none
Is it every time that it like cuts to a new camera angle? No, it didn't do it there and it still happened.
for us.
Exactly. We need a good hiding place.
And for the first half of this stream, like this is like a very recent thing that like kicked in just
Learn
now.
what news you can.
Terador, make haste to the Shattered Vale and warn the inhabitants of that region that
This story feels like something I'm reading off of fanfiction.net. Well, I'll tell you what it feels like to me. It feels like I'm reading a cool story about dragons, and dragons are cool. So thus this story is cool.
May our ancestors look after us and keep us safe in these dark times.
Now,
What should I do again?
now I know you guys don't know that, but that's like his catchphrase. That's Ignitus always says, "May the ancestors look over us and keep us safe in these dark times." That's his
There
catchphrase.
may be hope for us yet. And I think I know where to begin.
It's so verbose and the delivery is so life. Yeah, the lifeless delivery is specifically why I was saying I like felt bad for Billy West because he doesn't sound like he's having. He's like, this is a job.
Civilization. The waters there are poisonous, as well as the creatures who are nurtured by it, but
Who are
you shouldn't
nurtured by it.
encounter any real danger. Trust your instincts.
This is Gary
I shall
Oldman
be waiting
ASMR.
for you here at the temple when your task is complete.
See, if this was Breath of the Wild, then the king would be going back and forth between whether or not he pronounces it task or tosk. But Gary Oldman's a pro. Author's name is Ernest Cline. One of the things he wrote is a poem called Nerd Porn Auteur. I'll link it in the Discord because I don't feel good posting any of this out of context. Okay, if you say so. Yeah, this is what I remember. I got stuck here for a while, and I actually put this game down as a kid, but I came back to it, and then I liked the crazy shit that happened.
Come on, Spark.
Hopefully I'm not stupid enough to get stuck, and I'll be fine.
Well, sure.
I might wrap up soon, though. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this section on stream. Well, not on stream. I will do it on stream, but on this, like,
Oh, and the
specific
fact that we now
session.
get to frolic through the magical
We'll see.
creepy forest in search of some stupid tree? What's not to love?
You're psyched. Let's go.
Everybody in this game is so psyched. Can't you tell? Griffin, do an ASMR hold on. Guys, I have an idea. Here's my idea. I'm gonna level up. But also my idea. There we go. I think I'll end it here, because I believe the structure of this is the same as the last one, where there's like 4 big areas and each takes about 2 hours to clear. And that's kind of what the last one did. I came in a little bit under 2 hours, but I might just end the stream like a little bit early so that I don't do like half of one world on one stream and then do half of another on it. Like, you know, like 1 full area per stream feels like a good pace for this. So even if the tutorial one was a little bit shorter than the main ones, listen, no, I'm not gonna read Ernest Cline because I have something else to read to you that I found. And I will do an ASMR reading of this because it's one of the most fascinating pieces of literature that I've laid my eyes upon in my life. So let me drag this out. Sean Chiplock retweeted this a few days ago, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I almost I kind of can't see it, but I'll make it like bigger on my own screen. Here we go. Take a sip of water. I'm gonna actually let me pause this here so that I don't get like attacked by enemies. Okay. I am incredibly disappointed in you. Not only have you broadcast this note of personal confidence to the world at large, not only have you put me out at my utterly weakest, but you treat me with such flippant disregard that you cannot even muster an intellectual reply to me? I deserve much better. An acquaintance of mine showed me the correspondence between us, that you had besmirched to an account— my mouse was covering the word to an account dedicated to creepy, crazy, and bizarre furry messages. Is this how you treat your following? The people who look up to you and give you nothing but paternal, wise advice? You think they are creepy, crazy, and bizarre? Abomination. You are an abomination to a high degree. You aren't an artist. You yourself admitting that you just broke your wrist coloring, which is an unbelievable... I'm sorry. Sometimes the grammar is like broken and I try to fix it, but it's there's no sense trying. Which is an unbelievably feat of weakness on your part. You are merely an art harlot who scrounges for requests and other unscrupulous methods of acquiring art. You are not an author. Your reply being less than 20 words. If anything, you are creepy, crazy, and bizarre. 1. Creepy. You share extremely personal notes, wherein someone bares their soul to you at their utmost weakness, pleading, and innocent. 2. Crazy. Homophilia. Need I say more? Invertebrate. 3. Bizarre. I do not even like you, rabbit character. They look to be a squirrel. And as for your question about Mandy, they were a female that I adored, but I could not read subtext in their words, and realized much too late when I confessed to her, in the view of a large gathering, that she was a sapphic homophile, a pain which has struck me ever since. You have disgraced yourself in front of me, but in my mercy I shall still grant you a single chance. Either change the gender of your persona, or I shall sally forth into debating you. You shall not change my mind, may I remind you. I am giving you 72 hours. The clock has been set. The Rubicon is crossed. Ale eacta est lupus. Original post by Oe It's Joy. Sorry, dude, I can't draw myself a female form. The last time I tried coloring in the lines, it broke my wrist. Also, who's Mandy? I hope you enjoyed my performance of that. I'll give you ASMR. Do both. End the stream reading. I'll look at it. Let me do my outro after that, before I get too caught up, and then we'll look at it after the outro with the rest of the art. That was The Legend of Spyro the Eternal Life for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, you can follow me here on Twitch, or on YouTube at The Full Galaxy, where all the VODs are, plus highlights and more. You can also subscribe to me here on Twitch if you particularly enjoyed the stream. You can also check me out on Twitter, Tumblr, Pillowfort, and Discord. There is a Discord server with all sorts of channels for you guys to hang out in, both on and off stream. And I'm also taking commissions, and if you're interested in anything that I've just mentioned, links to it are in the Twitch cards below if you're watching this live, or in the YouTube description if you're watching the VOD. Let's see here. Doesn't seem like there's any new art besides my own from last night's Galaxy Gallery, so we'll have a look at Ernest Cline's porn poetry. Again, this is the author who did Ready Player One. I'm sorry, why did we not want to share this in chat? This is like... Sorry, it's like... It's from what... I was going to say it's from a website called Huffington Post. I know what Huffington Post is, but it's like, I have to scroll through, like, you know, what the journalist wrote about it before finding the actual, like, original source. Okay. So this is what is it called again? Nerd Porn Auteur by Ernest Cline. All the porn I've come across was targeted at beer-swilling, sports bar-dwelling alpha males. Men who like their women stupid and submissive. Men who can only get it from monosyllabic cock-hungry nymphos with gargantuan breasts and a 3-word vocabulary. Adult films are populated with these collagen-injected, liposuctioned women, many of whom have resorted to surgery and self-mutilation in an attempt to look the way they have been told to look. They aren't real women. They are objects. I'm sorry, communications with the remote have been interrupted. That's part of the poem. That's a nerd reference, by the way. And these movies aren't erotic. They're pathetic. These vacuum-headed fuck bunnies don't turn me on. They disgust me. And now there's another paragraph, if I scroll a little bit more. The girl in the tweed skirt and the horn-rimmed glasses. Betty Finabowski, the valedictorian. That better not be a real woman's name who we went to high school with, who is now just like someone whose name is permanently in this. Oh yes. First, I want to copy her trig homework, and then I want to make mad, passionate love to her for hours and hours until she reluctantly asks if we can stop? Because she doesn't want to miss Battlestar Galactica. But do you ever see that kind of woman in a contemporary adult film? No. Is there more? God, there is. If you're an intelligent woman who is interested in breaking into the adult film industry, and you can tell me the name of Luke Skywalker's home planet, then you are hired. No, I was going to say Dagobah. That's not my final answer. Guys, hold on. What am I? I'm a fuck bunny? If I can't answer this? It's not. It's a Tatooine? No, that's from the prequels. Is it both? Did it occur to her inbred ass that bringing... I'm sorry, did I skip something? No, it just jumps straight to this. Did it occur to her inbred ass that bringing a 2-year-old to an R-rated movie on a Friday night was not a good idea? No, it did not. Therefore, I think you'll agree she had to die. Eh? What are you people making me read? I'm assuming these are just like quotes from the larger thing, but... Okay, it's not the full text. It is Tatooine. It's in both. Oh man. But guys, what if I want to be a fuck bunny? Also, I think the one that I brought to the table, RE immediately change your character's gender, was better than mine. Well, rather better than yours. I think I really brought some emotion to this one. Whereas Ernest Cline just makes me sad. I mean, the other one makes me sad too, but I kind of enjoy it. There's a level of ironic enjoyment, whereas Ernest Cline just makes me sad. Anyways, that was Spyro. I did what you wanted to, so now I'm gonna go to bed. I mean, play Animal Crossing and then go to bed. Have a good night! Hi, I'm sorry. Time out. It appears I was wrong. There is art tonight, but it was put in ship posts, not the art gallery. I'm gonna look at this. I'm assuming this is by Femi. I can't imagine who else would make this and draw this comparison. Let's have a look at this real quick. This really needs to be shown. You know what? It is hard to argue with the evidence. He does have, well, as they say, a big mouth. However, no. You even, like, shrunk the pupils. It's a very convincing edit, honestly. Like, that looks pretty good. Like, a bit, I mean, or does it? I mean, no. No, it doesn't, but still. Please. Please don't do this. Don't do this to him. He doesn't deserve it. Okay, good night for you. Bye-bye.